There is not a single woman on the planet who has conquered the world of combat sports like Ronda Rousey. This woman is a beast, an enigma, an icon, and a weapon of total mass destruction. She is a pioneer throughout sports. Everything she's done, she did at a different level. With the WWE not being different, she became certified the baddest woman on the planet. But getting to the WWE was a true journey of 1,000 miles. So join us as we go on this journey step by step and uncover the epic rise of Ronda Rousey. But make sure you stick to the end where we reveal the golden moment she claimed the Raw Women's Championship. Let's begin. Ronda Rousey was born on the 1st of February 1987 in Riverside, California, to her parents Anne-Marie and Ron Rousey. She faced her first challenge right from birth, as she had a rare complication of her umbilical cord getting wrapped around her neck. This led to apraxia, a neurological speech disorder characterized by the impossibility to make tangible sentences and difficulty with speaking properly. She struggled with apraxia for 6 years until her parents took her to Jamestown, North Dakota, to obtain intensive speech therapy with specialists at Minot State University. Just 2 years after working on the disorder, her biological father, Ron Rousey, broke his back after a sledding accident with his daughters that made him a paraplegic. This made him commit suicide in 1995, when Ronda Rousey was just 8 years old. Struggling with a lot of emotional trauma as a child, she started training judo with her mother at the age of 11. Her mother, a decorated judoka, was the first American to win a World Judo Championship in 1984. So Ronda knew she had to break the bar her mum had set. At the age of 16, she eventually dropped out of high school to focus on her training, and at the age of 17, she became the youngest judoka to qualify for the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens, but she lost her first match. However, she later won a gold medal at the World Junior Judo Championships in Budapest, Hungary. In 2008, she had another attempt at the Olympics and won a bronze medal in the women's judo. With that victory, Ronda became the first American to win an Olympic medal in women's judo since its inception as an Olympic sport in 1992. But here's where she made some of the best choices of her life. After the Olympics, Ronda retired from training in judo and transitioned to MMA. She went to Hayastan MMA Academy, where she trained with fellow future MMA fighters Manny Gambian and Caro Parisian. What made her so good in MMA was her mastery of the armbar submission skill her mum had taught her as a kid. She went undefeated as an amateur MMA fighter, winning all 3 fights with an armbar submission in a combined time of 1 minute and 45 seconds. She went pro in MMA and later on joined the Strikeforce promotion, where she also went on a 5-0 record, winning all fights by armbar submission in just the first round. In November 2012, the UFC had no other option than to sign Ronda Rousey. She became the inaugural women's bantamweight champion and went on to defend the belt successfully 6 times, a record at the time. Everyone knows Ronda paved the way for female fighters in the UFC, so when exactly did wrestling come into her story? Ronda Rousey has always been a professional wrestling fan. She, Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir dubbed themselves the 4 Horsewomen, a play on the 4 Horsemen professional wrestling stable, with the blessing of members Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Now, here's where her career in the WWE all started. The 4 Horsewomen were acknowledged on camera and on commentary while seated in the front row at WWE's SummerSlam event in August 2014. The group also went backstage during the event, meeting Paul Heyman and other superstars. While backstage, Rousey was interviewed by WWE.com. When asked if she, like Brock Lesnar, would cross over to wrestling, she replied, "You never know." At WrestleMania 31 in March 2015, the 4 Horsewomen again were seated in the front row. But this time, there was going to be some action. During an in-ring argument, The Rock, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H, Stephanie McMahon slapped The Rock and ordered him to leave her ring. She taunted him, knowing he wouldn't hit a woman. But The Rock stepped out of the ring, paused and walked over to Rousey. Immediately he got to her, the entire audience went wild because they knew what was about to happen next. The Rock and Ronda Rousey then went back into the ring, and after an intense stare down, The Rock attacked Triple H. When he stumbled towards Rousey, she tossed him out of the ring. Stephanie McMahon then tried to slap Ronda Rousey, but Rousey blocked it, grabbing her arm, teasing her signature armbar move from the UFC before throwing Stephanie out of the ring. Rousey and The Rock celebrated in the ring while Triple H and Stephanie McMahon retreated to seek revenge from the other day. On September 12, 2017, the Horsewomen appeared in the audience of the Mae Young Classic to support Shayna Baszler, who was making her WWE debut in the tournament. Also during the event, all 4 Horsewomen had a face-off with Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch and Bayley, who in WWE together with Sasha Banks are also known as the 4 Horsewomen. This face-off was hinting at a possible future feud between the two groups. Even though we never got to see that play out, it was reported in 2017 that Rousey had signed with the WWE on a full-time basis and had been training at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. Rousey made a surprise appearance at Royal Rumble on January 28, 2018, confronting Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, and Asuka, who had just won the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble match. She made this appearance wearing Roddy Piper's famous jacket, which was given to her by his son. On February 25, 2018, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, Rousey was involved in an in-ring altercation with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, after which she signed her contract as part of the Raw brand. This little altercation led to Ronda Rousey's first storyline in the WWE. On the March 5th episode of Raw, it was announced that Rousey would make her in-ring debut at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 34. In a mixed tag team match pitting Rousey and Kurt Angle as her partner against Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. From the bike parade entrance of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon to the unexpected phenomenal performance of Ronda Rousey during the match, this should be one of those matches you binge watch over and over again as a wrestling fan. Oh, and Kurt Angle came with an Olympic gold medal. Can you believe that? The match was nothing short of awesome. Deep into the match, after a long wrestle, Triple H attempted to deliver his signature pedigree move to Rousey, but she countered his move and caught him in a deadly armbar. Triple H was on the brink of tapping out before Stephanie came in and caught Ronda in a rear naked choke. Ronda Rousey was obviously more experienced when it came to martial arts, countered the choke and caught Stephanie in an armbar. Stephanie tried to hang on while Triple H tried to save her. However, Kurt Angle stepped in and caught Triple H in an ankle lock. It was such a beautiful moment, but it got ugly the moment Triple H overpowered Kurt and was able to break both himself and his wife from danger. It got uglier when both Stephanie and Triple H had a final attempt to deliver a pedigree to their opponents, but Kurt and Rousey countered, with Rousey finally getting Stephanie to tap out. It was remarkable, and UFC President Dana White was watching firsthand. Many wrestling critics also called Ronda's performance that night the best debut in professional wrestling. Next up was getting the Raw Women's Championship. But before we talk about that, let's do something for you watching this video. We're doing a shout-out contest for our subscribers, so if you want to get a personal shout-out from us, go comment EPIC in the comment section below and stand a chance to win the contest. It's pretty easy, so go comment EPIC now. Rousey was given her first shot at the Raw Women's Championship at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in May 2018, following a challenge from the reigning champion Nia Jax. At the event, Rousey went on to win the match by disqualification after interference by Alexa Bliss, who attacked both Rousey and Jax. Alexa Bliss made it a triple threat after cashing in her Money in the Bank contract, which she literally won earlier that night. Throughout the next 2 months, Rousey would start her first feud as part of WWE with Alexa Bliss over the title. It included a suspension after Rousey attacked Bliss, Kurt Angle, and multiple officials. Well, it wasn't a real suspension because it was all part of the storyline. Anyway, after honoring her suspension from in-ring competition, Rousey received a Raw Women's Championship match by Raw General Manager Kurt Angle against Bliss at SummerSlam. On the 19th of August 2018, Ronda Rousey had her first title match against Alexa Bliss. The match started with Alexa Bliss playing mind games on Rousey. Rousey was getting frustrated and even offered to close her eyes for Alexa to attack her from the back. Alexa did attack her by trying to choke her out, but the strength and power of Ronda Rousey was just too much for Bliss to handle. Ronda lifted her up and smacked her hard on the canvas. Alexa rolled out of the ring again, but this time Rousey chased her until they were back into the ring. Rousey then caught Alexa Bliss in a gruesome armbar that made Alexa Bliss tap out. And just like that, Ronda made history again in her life. She became the first woman in history to win a UFC championship and the WWE Women's title. She became the new Raw Women's Champion. From being an Olympic gold medalist to dominating mixed martial arts to becoming the face of the women's division in WWE, Ronda Rousey has done it all. Make sure you check out this video showing on your screen, and bye for now.